Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're back to work on the Vanderhall. Bit of a sad ending in the last video, but we decided to clean everything up, try again, and boom, we're starting off with a better result. So Ben from Benjamin Outdoors also gave me some tips to clean the surface with a higher grit flap disc. So that is exactly what we did. This is a finer grit flap disc. Then we cleaned the surface with some rubbing alcohol or wax and grease remover and got to lay down some really nice beads, but messed up at the bottom. But that's no worries. We can easily grind that out and try again. We are working on our third piece already. And like you saw, we got our little template from the other side. That's perfect. It is kind of hard to do these edges with this cutting wheel. So we're gonna borrow my dad's jigsaw, but we need some aluminum blades. So we're gonna head to the store, pick up some aluminum jigsaw blades, get back here, cut that piece out, and hopefully continue welding. Well, it is getting pretty late here, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning to continue the welding. Next morning here, guys, let me show you something pretty cool. Here's the tip of my tungsten. As you can see, it is like a shiny blue. Kind of hard to see with my lens, but I'll show you how that tungsten gets shiny. Here on the Yes Welder, we have something called post gas, and right now it's set to 5 seconds. Now that post gas shields the red hot tungsten tip right as I'm done welding. And while that tungsten is glowing hot red and cooling down, the post gas for 5 seconds shields that tungsten from the oxygen elements. It gives the tungsten 5 seconds to cool down and stay shiny. If I had my post gas set to like 2 or 1 seconds, this tungsten tip would not be shiny and it would almost be like a matte black, and the next weld would not turn out very well. All right, back to welding. Well, for just learning how to TIG, I mean, I guess I did all right. This yes welder worked flawlessly. I'm the flaw. I guess the thing that matters is if it's structural, so let's test it right now. Well, I'd give it my poor welder's stamp of approval. So let's tape all this off and spray it black and see if it looks any better. All right, we are cleaned up, frame is painted in. But moving on, like you guys saw, the engine mounts are actually pretty bent on both sides. This one's bent off to the right. And funny enough, on a Vanderhall Facebook forum, people are saying that these things actually crack and go bad. So we picked up some Hyperflex polyurethane engine mounts. These should drastically reduce the vibration and last a very long time. So let's install them. Well, we finally got the bent inner tie rod out, and that end piece is actually part of the broken knuckle inside of that wheel. We will replace that later. I had to get some heavy duty wrenches to get that inner tie rod out. And boom, the new one is fully installed, tightened down, new clip on the dust seal. Now it's time to bring that cherry picker over here, get this engine on the cherry picker, made it up with the transmission, throw it in the Vandy. Off to a great start. The engine is down on the piece of wood. Now it's time to install our torque converter to the flywheel, and we access the bolts right through the starter hole. Then we'll grab the starter over here, slap this in, and then I think it's time for that transmission. All right, it is the next morning. Last night, my brother and I put the transmission to the engine, but when I spin the engine over, these axles don't spin at all. So I'm gonna disconnect the trans from the engine once again, check those splines, make sure nothing is bound up or broken before I decide to put it back in the Vanderhall and connect all those wires up. So, take number 2. All right, time to put the engine in. That's going to be all for the Vanderhall for now. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.